Okay, weekly Reddit.
Weekly Reddit.
This one says, my girlfriend is pretty great, and our relationship has been really good these past 3 years.
But
There's always a but.
big old but.
But we have these alignment meetings every Sunday that she insists on.
Okay.
She says it's for healthy communication. But here's the weird part. If I bring up something she said, she'll pull out a notebook or like a spreadsheet on her laptop and show me her notes. They're so specific too. For example, she'll say something like, actually at 6:15 on Tuesday, you agreed to come with me to the party at Caitlin and Ryan's, her coworkers. Here's the transcript of what you said. The thing is, I don't remember saying any of that. I don't even like her coworkers. They bore me into a coma and make me want to drink pints of vodka. I could have sworn I said I couldn't go because I had work stuff to catch up on, but that she should absolutely still go and have a great time. But she has it written down. She's even had little audio snippets she's recorded for context. When I tell her that I feel like I'm being interrogated, she gets really, really nice and says something like, I'm just worried about your memory, babe. You've been under so much stress with your work. I'm just trying to keep us on the same page, and I love you. Also, last thing, I found a folder on her computer yesterday labeled Language Calibration, which is strange, but what's really messing with me is it's full of notes and descriptions of how I respond to certain words, and it looked like she categorized my moods based on my text syntax. I feel like I'm living in a lab. Am I being paranoid? I feel like I'm losing my mind, and I keep going back and forth in my head between I'm just being paranoid and no, this is actually really weird.
Sounds like a movie and you finna die. And so, but no, it's like, what is her career? What is her job? Because this
I want to know what she does for a living too.
Because I feel like you are an experiment.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're an experiment for either her dissertation or her book, sir. Like, you are legit an experiment here. And I think that she's lying and she's gaslighting you and saying that you said things you didn't say, which is creepy. And why is she recording every single thing you say?
That's what one of the commenters said. They said, this sounds like she's seeing how far she can gaslight you. I don't like it. Does anyone else think you have any memory problems, like at work or something? And he said, no, it's literally just with her. And I'm just like, that's
weird.
Okay.
Somebody save him, because this is seeming like a movie.
Like Get Out? Like Get Out?
Where they all trying to make you seem like you crazy, but really they the ones that are crazy and gaslighting you.
Yeah. So,
ooh, I don't like that. That don't sit right with me.
Yeah, it seems that's really weird. Okay, but here's the thing. Yeah, she's nuts. I kind of dig the whole language calibration thing. It's as a way to get to know. Now, do take it to this extreme? No. But
I don't think the language calibration would have been that weird to him if everything else wasn't happening.
Yeah. Or the what do you call alignment meeting.
Yeah, like if her like trying to get to the bottom of his mood, he'd be like,
yeah.
But if everything else wasn't happening, I don't think he would have cared about that.
Yeah.
But the fact that he knows, he's like, I know I said something different to this girl. I know that that's not what I said to her. So she's documenting lies.
Well, yeah, because that's how weird. Writing works. You can write down. Yeah, you can
that's why I put document.
You can type up anything.
You can document whatever
just
you want to document.
Just because she typed it up doesn't mean you actually said it. I mean,
like I said.
Now the audio snippets, that's a bit crazy too.
Because did you know she was doing that, or did you figure out later on she was recording you?
I think he found out later on.
Creepy. Because it seemed like either it's not either. Well, she's deranged. Does she have extreme trust issues and making it seem like it's because she cares about your memory? But really, she has crazy extreme trust issues. Again, she's a scientist and she's experimenting with your ass, and you ain't nothing more than her lab rat, and you think this is a relationship, but that's not what this is. Like, that's what it's seeming like to me.
Yeah, I couldn't always feel like somebody's documenting everything that I say.
Now, I was cool with the weekly meetings. I said, cool, everybody should have little weekly meetings.
Now, I was going to say, maybe not every week, but maybe every month.
At least a touch base, like, hey.
Yeah. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
It's what's happening in the meetings that's the problem. Yeah. It's not the meetings themselves. It's weird.
Yeah, so...
Somebody get help. See if he alive.
I mean, I think he gave an update, but I ain't going to give it yet.
Did she kill him?
Well, he wouldn't have been able to give an update if she killed him. So.
I don't trust her. She's weird.
That is weird. I've never heard of a story like that. But
these people be going through it because I still ain't forgot the kidney snatcher.
I forgot about that story on Reddit.
I ain't never gonna forget about a kidney.
Oh my god!
Wait a minute.
If y'all saw that episode, y'all know.
I ain't never gonna forget the kidney snatcher. I'm never gonna forget and the toilet snatcher. Now that was funny.
Now that was funny. That was funny. The toilet snatcher. Now I know that one was petty things that we did after a breakup.
But the kidney snatcher was crazy.
Now, yeah, that was wild.
Crazy and highly illegal.
I had a controversial hot take or controversial opinion.
Yes.
Let me see if I can get to it really quickly.
Give me what you got for a pork chop.
Every time. Okay. So this says if a nigga wanna let his pants sag down to his ankles, let him live. It's not disrespectful, it's fashion. Y'all really out here mad because somebody's showing their designer boxers? That's not a problem, that's a vibe. We let girls walk around with their whole ass out and nobody says nothing. But the second a man lets his pants drop a little bit, it's suddenly gangster behavior. Make it make sense. Sagging is comfortable. Sagging is stylish. Sagging shows the world what kind of underwear you got on that's actually honest. I'd rather see a fresh pair of Calvin Kleins than some crusty jeans pulled up to your chest like a grandpa. If your pants can't stay on your waist, that's between you and gravity. Stop hating. Sagging should not only be allowed, it should be encouraged. Free the sag. Let the cheeks breathe. Let the boxers show. This is the hill I'm dying on.
And you're obviously 12. Okay. So, for one, there's a history behind it that has nothing to do with fashion that I know this person has no context of.
Uh-huh.
And it's a whole history behind it, sir. It's a whole entire history behind that is highly negative, always has been, always will be. Because what is the purpose? And people do get on women for dressing like that. They don't get out scot-free for dressing like that. Like, they do not.
And here's the thing, though. No one's forcing people to pull their pants up.
We just saying, now, if you want to get into nicer establishments, yes. Yes.
And even then, they ain't forcing you to do it. Because they're just saying if you don't do it, you can't.
Because there's a dress code for women and men at these places.
Exactly. Because you also can't have a girl going in there showing her ass in these establishments either. So, like,
if you want
to wear your pants to your ankles, do that.
No one's. Not everybody want to see your ass cheeks, though.
Because here's the other thing, though. Sagging has been normalized. There are so many people that sag just because they want to.
The thing is, there's a difference between a slight and the crazy shit I be seeing.
Now, yes. Now, if I could see the entirety of your drawers, including how far up your ass crack they are, your pants
That's
are down
not sagging. I don't know what that
your
is.
Your pants are down too low. I'm not going to walk up to you and pull your pants up, though. Like, I'm just going to think you look like an idiot and keep it moving.
Like most people do.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry.
That's why I said this is a child that's mad they can't do it at school.
Especially like extreme sagging. You just look dumb. Like,
And again, there's a whole history behind it that this person is not at all privy to. That's why I say you obviously are 12, because you don't even know the history of what you're talking about. And it's a whole history behind it, and ain't none of it positive. And I think they should look that up.
Here's my thing. If you want to sag, like,
no one in this day and age, no one's stopping you.
How about you don't care enough about what other people think? Like, because if you posting something like this all up in arms because you feel that it hasn't been normalized, all it tells me is that you give a fuck what other people think of you.
If you want to do it, Go ahead.
It's just, if you do it, don't give a fuck about what people think about you, because
obviously
people are going to think you look like an idiot. I mean, it's really that simple.
Life be like that.
Like, somebody will watch this video and be like, she looks like an idiot. And you know what? I'm still gonna sleep well at night.
Show is nice and curled up.
Like, we wouldn't be doing this show if we cared that much about what people think of us.
And I wish some of y'all understood that.
Oh yeah, what was his name? Ryan Lance on Facebook.
Not Ryan Lance.
Called us some retarded bitches. I'm like,
what we do?
Girl, it was about our thing talking about how you fell off a bike.
Which happens, which is a normal part of childhood, is falling off a fucking bike.
These bitches are retarded. I said, well, you got us confused with your mama, is what I told him.
So random. We always get randomly attacked.
Yeah, it's fine. I feel like I had something else, but
you had.
Girl, probably nothing and forgetting. Yeah, I forgot. I wanted us to play a round of, I don't even remember what this game was.
What's it called? Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. But we're going to stick with the everything else.
Yes,
but if you pick up a card that you already answered before, just skip it and pick up a new one. Okay?
Okay. What we got?
All right. First question. Should you be allowed to unfollow a friend because their social media posts are super annoying, even if you still want to be friends with them?
Hell yeah, I've done it. Don't feel bad about it. I'm not unfriending you. I just don't want to see your shit.
Yeah. I think people take their social media way, way too serious. Like, but you know what? I kind of understand Facebook a little more, because Facebook was like one of the OGs, and we would put like all pictures and everything. So like, we do kind of protect that a little more. But Instagram, TikTok, all that shit is like, unfollow me if you don't want to follow me. It's like,
it's fine. I'm not gonna lose no sleep tonight.
Exactly. Especially on my personal. Now, I will say on the girl's perspective,
feelings will be hurt a little bit.
My feelings would be hurt a little
personal
bit.
Page, don't give a damn.
Personal page, I don't care at all. Unfollow me, because most of the people that I follow is people from high school that I don't even know who they are anymore. Like, and barely knew them then.
And you randomly see them at Walmart.
And seeing as I don't even think anybody from my high school live in the city I do, I don't see none of them. Like, some of them will message me. I'll be like, somebody sent me a friend request on Facebook. And I went to it and I was like, who is this? So then I go to their Facebook page and I just see a bunch of people from like elementary school, high school. I said, so I must know this person, but I don't know who the fuck this is. But considering how many people they know that I also know, I must know. I had to have been in communication with this person.
Yeah.
No idea. So I'm like, social media is not that big of a deal. I feel like we take it too serious now. It's just not that deep.
Let me see what I got.
Whoopsie.
Your partner spends a lot of money on something you think is stupid. When does it become a problem? Does it change if it's your best friend?
I mean, yes, it changes if it's my best friend. Well, yeah, it changes if it's my best friend. It depends.
Are you asking me for money after spending money on stupid shit?
And as far as like a significant other, it becomes a problem when we can't afford to pay the bills to keep us, living comfortably.
I'm telling you,
that's when it becomes a problem. And as far as the best friend, it changes because I ain't got shit to do with your household. So if you want to fuck over your money,
you don't want to have no lights. That's on you, because I still got lights.
Yeah, just don't think you about to come to me after you done blew your money irresponsibly to bail you out.
Because I think the partner thing, I'm with you like longest, but this is why I think there should be separate accounts for like frivolous spending.
Oh, yeah.
There definitely should be separate accounts that are not like the mortgage and all that other stuff. So if because Victor spends money on shit I would never spend money on, and vice versa. And we don't see these transactions because I would get mad if I'm like, you spend $380 on what? And it'd be something so fucking stupid. But he could say the same for me.
Exactly.
He could say the same for me.
I'm like, what's stupid is kind of subjective. What you might think is a great purchase, I might be like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. But okay, do you?
But we not over here not knowing how to pay for the food, not having money for the light. So do whatever you want.
Exactly. When it starts bleeding over into, oh, I'm short on this bill. We got an issue.
And if you ever ask me for gas money,
and
we are combing through your finances. If you ever open your mouth, ask me for $20.
Yeah, it's like we need to sell some of your collectibles then.
Very much so.
We've all heard of love at first sight, but is there a such thing as friendship at first sight? Not since I was a child.
Yeah, if I say kids do it all the time, they woke up, I like purple. Me too. I like your dress. We're best friends. They do that.
Yeah, but as an adult,
it's harder.
I don't even believe in love at first sight.
There's lust at first sight.
Exactly.
You could have a strong attraction to someone at first sight.
Yeah, but usually you don't even notice the attraction until way after it's already happened, though.
Because I don't think...
there's
it happens for others. It's not happened to me, but I believe it happens for others.
I don't think there's a such thing as friendship at first sight. I think there's... You see somebody do something, you find one thing that y'all have in common, and then that sparks the whole.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, she might be cool to hang out with then. But it's not something I just see somebody like, yep.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with them.
Kids do that.
Exactly.
I don't think adults do that. What's this say? Should kids really always be your number one focus, or can other things occasionally fill that spot?
What is that? That's a loaded question, I feel like. I think sometimes you have to put yourself first, even over your kids.
I agree, but I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
At the end of the day, you can only pour from a full cup. You can only give what you have. You have to be just a little bit selfish to even be a good parent, because you have to be in a good place to be a good parent.
Well, do you think self-preservation is selfish? I think I heard...
No, it's not, because when you in the airplane, what do they say? Save yourself to save others. You cannot...
They do say that.
You gotta save yourself to save others. Like, if you were constantly exhausted and tired and broke and hungry, are you really a good parent?
Yeah, see, that's one of those questions that, when they start talking about, is there ever times that you shouldn't put your kids first, or blah blah blah.
And I think it is.
I tend to not answer those questions because I'm like, I don't have kids, so I don't know what it feels like to have kids. So as somebody without kids, it's a no-brainer that, yeah, you would put some things before. But I'm like, but if I were to have kids, I probably would feel different. I don't know.
Because how I feel is, I'm like, I can't give what I don't have. So it's like, you gotta elevate yourself to even make their life better. Like, that again, set an example. Love don't fill your stomach. Food does. So they be like, ooh, like I said, I don't want a house full of love. I want a house full of food. We need both. I cannot give to my children what if I have nothing to give to them. So, being the sacrificial lamb isn't really good parenting. And I know people don't want to hear that, but
well, there's that.
There's that.
If your friend had a night out that went way too far and they don't fully remember it, is it better to tell them what they did up front, or is it better to spare them the details? I'm telling them. I'm like, girl.
Here's my thing. If they say what happened, then I'm telling, if they go, "Ooh, that was crazy. Good thing I don't remember that." I'm gonna let you not remember. I'm not even going.
No, because we're gonna sit and we're gonna have a chat about it. And it depends on what it is. Like
Because what's too far?
yeah, I'm like, they went too far, like,
did they cheat on their husband? Like, what are we
yeah,
doing?
like, because there's a lot of things that could happen that I would be considering to have gone too far. If my friend out of the blue just like up and kiss me, which I have had a friend do that at a beer fest before.
I think we've all had that. Some people just do that.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not me. Or like, did we get into it, go too far? Like, she tried to hit me? Like, did she go too far by slept with some random dude? Like, what's the definition of too
And
far
then
here?
also, if they ask what happened, then I'm telling you.
Because if it's something juicy, yeah, I'm bringing it up. Like, we talking about this.
I like this. Ooh, okay.
If you had the power to commit a crime
Ooh.
and that crime would never happen again, what would it be? Rob a bank?
Forget rob a bank. I'm trying to rob a whole country. Give me all your money.
These countries isn't dead anyway. Which country?
I would really plan this out. This wouldn't be a spur of the moment crime. This would be a planned out crime.
You know what? Let's not say what crime, because, you know,
if I could get away with it and I wouldn't do it again, I
took that as you would get away with it and no one could do it again.
I don't know.
That's why
I want to get away with it. Like, I do it. It is guaranteed that I scot-free.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Away.
You get away with it. And now the crime that you did and got away with, no one else on the planet can do it.
We need to ask rich people that. They love doing that.
Well, yeah.
We need to ask them
what I'd love to have a conversation with a 1%er.
Because they all sketchy as shit. But anyway,
yeah.
What you do, criminal? Okay, so... Ooh, should everyone travel to a different country alone at least once in their life? Why or why not?
Alone?
Mm-hmm. I don't know about the alone part.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know about, at least for me, I don't know about, I mean, here's the thing with me. I would travel to another country alone. I don't think I would prefer it, but I would.
Like, how much fun can I really have
especially if they don't really speak the language.
Yeah, and I'm all by myself. That sounds stressful.
All by myself. Don't wanna live. But yeah, like if I'm in a country where they don't speak my language, it just feels like it would be, like she said, stressful by myself. Whereas if I had somebody to get lost with, we'll struggle together and have a story to tell. Other than, you know, if I was by myself and I got lost and I'm legit scared, thinking I can't. Because here's I think I said this on here before. My biggest fear, because I do think that I'll probably end up having to go to South Korea by myself. And I'm just like, I am so scared that I'm just going to be roaming South Korea somewhere and end up my black ass over in North Korea.
I think there's signs. Gotta know how to read them now.
Right. And I'm like, that is like a legit...
the welcome to North Korea sign won't be in English.
That is like a legit fear of mine.
Oh,
I'm like, please don't let me end up nowhere near that border.
That is a thought.
So, yeah, that's like a legit fear of mine. But I do think there's like a body of water that separates them, if I'm thinking correctly. But like, it's a fear of mine.
No, I accidentally go to...
Be like, damn. And all of a sudden got gray. What's going on?
Where's the mountains?
I don't see nothing with JYP on it no more.
Boy, he run that place.
Man.
The fact that the shit he been doing and no one has said nothing, he's a Prince wannabe at this point. And it's out of control. It's out
JYP is funny. Like I said before, I would love to have his level of confidence.
He ain't confident. He's nuts.
Hey, it's giving the appearance that he has a hell of a lot of confidence. Is it okay to drift from your family if you no longer have much in common with them?
Well, yeah, if you want to. I don't think family should be a hostage situation. You should want to be around your family. If the moment you don't want to be around them, let them go.
And it's not even that you don't want to be around them. I think in general, you have to have something in common with the people that you hang around.
All of
And
them.
I think that goes beyond just y'all have the same blood running through your veins.
You know how I feel
I
about that.
think that people you be around, they have to like doing the, not have to, but they should probably at the very least like doing some of the stuff that you like doing. And if they don't, what do y'all even talk about?
How much y'all hate y'all auntie?
Well, then that's y'all commonality then. Like, then yeah, hang around them. I don't hate anybody in my family. I love everybody in my family, but like I said before in like episode 1 or 2, just because I love my family, but that doesn't necessarily mean my family are my friends.
Like I said, everybody got to earn a spot in this piece. We already talked about this. Ooh, okay. Is it a red flag if someone doesn't eat their vegetables?
You tell me, because I don't eat mine.
There's so many ways to eat them, though. They can be sauteed,
Well, you know what?
seasoned.
Then let me correct that, because I don't eat most vegetables. I just think they're nasty. But I do eat some. Like, I tolerate spinach. I will put spinach in all kinds of smoothies. I will dehydrate spinach and make spinach chips.
Then you eat vegetables then.
But I don't eat most other vegetables. I don't eat corn. I don't eat carrots. I don't eat literally anything else. I'll also tolerate broccoli, but outside of that, I don't eat any vegetables.
Well, not carrots, but corn is gross.
You know, some people love that nasty
shit. Eat corn, but how it comes out is gross, and I don't like it.
Well, seeing as I don't eat it, I haven't seen it come out.
Well, people, they're like, it comes out whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've had to explain to many people what that is, and they don't like the answer. It's not whole. It's empty kernels that get filled with poop. They're not whole.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
No,
I
don't think it's a red flag if someone doesn't eat vegetables, because again, what people do don't make me shit. So
I think it's more of them thinking it's a intolerance to mature type thing, maybe, is where they're trying to go.
Okay, they still have the palate of a child. So what? That's on them.
To me, I find someone who still orders chicken nuggets at a restaurant a red flag way more than someone who doesn't eat vegetables.
Well, then shit, you'd hate to go with me to a restaurant, because I will order chicken nuggets.
Why?
I have been at like work functions, went to the restaurant, ordered chicken tenders.
Not even a Cajun pasta?
If I see it on the menu. But yeah, I've ordered chicken tenders and tater tots at a work lunch before.
Chicken tenders is more suspect to me than not eating vegetables. It just is.
But I've always said I have the palate of a child. So it is what it is.
Because they don't taste like shit, really. They don't really taste like anything.
It's just basic that you know they can't get wrong. So
and somebody can. You'll fuck around and find out.
Well, I pray to God that I never do.
Because somebody will fuck it up. You're going to be mad.
Well, anyway, I don't think it's a red flag to not eat vegetables.
Well, you do eat vegetables. You just don't eat all of them. So they don't even apply to you.
I mean, I'm just saying, regardless. Because at the end of the day, if that's how they choose to treat their body, that's on them.
At least take a vitamin.
Remember the Flintstone vitamins?
I still eat them.
That taste like chalk.
Sure do. Tear them up every day. And look, and all my blood work comes back fine with my Flintstones. And that's all I'm going to say. They're easy. I just chew in the morning. Versus some ginormous ass Centrum Women's.
I mean, they have gummies.
The gummies, they bad for your teeth.
So is Flintstone vitamins. You think those ain't got sugar in them just like and they taste like chalk.
And I have them with food. Like, I don't eat them. First of all, you're supposed to eat them with food. One.
I haven't taken a Flintstone vitamin since I was at least 6, so.
I only started taking them again when I got pregnant, and those big old horse pills made me throw up, so I literally couldn't take them because I would throw them up. And I needed a vitamin.
Okay.
I like them. Have Flintstones, y'all. It's better than nothing.
Should you be expected to be a role model for your younger siblings?
Hell no. That's my business in my life.
See, I can't speak on that because I don't. Well, I guess I do have
I only
a younger
have
sibling.
one legit younger sibling. So it's like. That ain't my business. They got parents who ain't me. Leave me out of. Leave me out of
didn't
it.
get my younger sibling until I believe my junior year of high school. And it was on my dad's side. And I'm not close to my dad's side of the family. So when I found out that he had a son, I honestly, I know it's probably selfish of me. I was just like, I hope they don't expect me to be a role model to this kid. I don't know that baby.
That's not selfish. You like,
I'm like,
who are you?
And I thought to myself, I said, ain't he old as hell? How is he having kids? But you know, men can have them later than women's a lot of the time.
Who was it? Danny DeVito had a kid at 80 something. Didn't he just have a baby?
Danny DeVito needs
His
to sit
old
down somewhere
ass.
else. Is Always Sunny even still on the air?
Who?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I don't think so.
don't know.
I ain't watched that show in years. I have no clue.
Same. Go ahead.
Ooh. This one's funny.
Oh, geez.
It says, after how much time of not showing up at the gym should you cancel your membership?
Look, you don't want to hear that
This
answer
one
from
hits
us.
home, man. This one hits
You don't want to hear that answer because Jade been paying for a gym membership for at least 3 years, and I don't think she's been but like twice.
I go probably once a year.
And then I had a gym membership during that time. Then I finally fucking canceled that membership.
And then they built one.
And now they built one by my house, so I just reactivated it and still ain't been back. Like, we are not the right ones to. Man,
that's why it made me laugh when I seen it. I said, Lordy B.
When I say we are wasteful, like
all the money that I have paid them people.
Just wasteful.
Then first of all, I'm grandfathered in price. It's not even the same price
That's
anymore.
how they get you though. That's how they get you though. They be like, if you cancel, you'll have to pay a different price if you come back.
First of all, I can't cancel. Jocelyn, I literally cannot cancel this shit. I have tried to cancel. I literally can't cancel.
That reminds me of the Friends episode when Chandler got a gym membership and then wanted to cancel it, but he couldn't. And every time he tried to go cancel it, they would talk him into keeping it. And so Ross was gonna go with him because Ross was like the king of canceling shit. And Ross goes up there to get him out of this gym membership and ends up getting his own with him. And now both of them stuck with this damn gym membership that they don't want. Like, no, yeah, don't fall into that trap. Do not fall into the trap.
No, it's not even that. They literally, okay, so I'll go to cancel, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a game they play with me. This has been going on since like 2020. And so they say, oh, I go to cancel. We don't recognize that card. It is the same card y'all taking the money from every month. So let me put my bank account in. Oh, don't recognize that either. We need one of these to cancel. You keep taking the money. You have one of them. And it won't let me. And then it's automated now. So I'm like, I'll speak to customer service.
You know what?
And then you go up there, you can't cancel in person. I can't get out of it.
It's really starting to piss me off how it seems like every company, when you call the number for them, you cannot get a live person on the phone anymore.
It's terrible.
It's so
And the thing
bad.
it never is right. You'll say one thing. Did you say this? No, bitch, I didn't. And you know I didn't. I say I'm going to talk to a person. Well, I can help. No, you can't.
I guess you want to talk to a representative.
Yes, representative.
Before I can transfer you, please give in a few words, please tell me what it is that you are looking for assistance with. I'm like, bitch.
Customer service.
The assistance I need from you is to get me to a live person.
Is there something else I can help you with?
Oh, I swear. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to literally blow a gasket.
And imagine, I've been trying to cancel this membership. You think I haven't? I have actually been trying to cancel this shit.
Yeah, I'm trapped in. I had got out of this trap, but then I got myself right back in it. Ugh.
So easy to sign up. So hard to get out.
It sure is. Is it actually harder to make friends as an adult, or do you think people just make excuses? No,
it's harder. It is harder. There's no excuses.
That's why you hold on to the ones you got. That's why a lot of people are dealing with fake friendships because it's so hard to find friends. They'd rather deal with fake ones than deal with not having any at all. Like, that should tell you a lot about how hard it is. But you know what? I will say, and men can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is much easier for men to make friends than it is women.
I don't know. I'm gonna ask Victor this tonight.
Because men are just typically
ask him.
Typically, men are just so nonchalant about shit. They so go with the flow with shit. They end up just making friends by mistake.
Which is true.
And men tend to just like, they will stop and just chat and shit. And I'm just like, women, we on the move. I got shit to do and I got places to be.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say, hey, how's your day? Blah, blah, blah. I just see that as small talk and then I'm going about my business. But men would stand there and they would have like a whole conversation.
Victor, I seen him once. He had a whole long conversation with some man about fucking Gates at the store. You don't know this man. I'm ready to go.
See?
I'm hungry. I need to pee.
See,
you
and that's
talking
what
to this
women
man.
are just sitting there thinking about, I got this to do, I got this to do, I got this to do. Let's go.
Yeah, because I'm like, it's 3:50, pushing on dinner time. I got to get ready.
So, I mean, like I said, men can correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah,
but I think men might have and I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy for them to make friends. I just think it might be a little easier for them.
I'm gonna see.
And then, yeah, you just
ask. Because Victor I think he does want more friends. But then,
that's just because Victor is friendly.
He is. He's the best. I'm not that friendly. People assume I am because I wear crazy glasses and shit, but I'm not.
Yeah, but yeah, it's very hard to make friends. It's very hard to weed out the wrong type of friends too.
But then also we're so busy. It's hard to find time for said friends.
Yeah. Even and the thing that gets me a lot is like people, when you say it's hard to find time for friends, it's like, and then people be like, well, what you be doing at home? It's like, it don't matter if I'm sitting on my couch in my pajamas watching TV. That was my plan. And if I give that up for a friend,
now I'm resentful. Now I'm mad. Now I'm not gonna be in a good mood because I ain't had my alone time.
Yeah, I'm like, it's just not how you would spend your time. But yeah, that's still busy to me
to recharge from people.
Man, tell me about it.
They don't know. They look forward. I love people. Barf.
I love people too, for the most part.
I like people.
I think some of them are irritating, but for the most part, I like people. Hell, I'm people.
Interesting.
What?
It says, are heterosexual men only friends with women because they want to sleep with them at some point?
Oh my God, no.
And I said,
Like,
how?
That is, I'm so...
My thing is, how demeaning towards men to feel like they only want to have any relationship with women if they want to sleep with them. Men want friends too. Because then if you feel that way, would you say you were flipping and feel the same way about women who have men as friends, that they only want to be friends with them to sleep with them?
I just don't... I understand the whole mentality of like, men and women can't be friends. I understand the logic behind it.
Brown sugar burnt all of us.
But that, to me, that's just not what happens in practice a lot of the times. And I'm not like, yes, there are some men that become friends with women with the full intent of just sleeping with them. And there are women that do the same thing to men.
But that's not friends.
But I also think that there are way more people out there where men and women are friends and they have no attraction to each other in that way at all.
They just talk.
Like, it can happen.
It does happen.
My male friends, I don't sleep with them. I don't want to sleep with them. And I don't plan to sleep with them. And I don't think they want to sleep with me. It happens. And I would never be mad if I had a boyfriend and he had a female friend. I can handle that. I'm not that insecure that I think she's after my man.
I don't know. These movies will traumatize you.
But here's the thing,
it's the whole best friend thing I don't like. Just a friend, yes. This is my best friend. I'm not dating y'all. I don't want to do it.
I wouldn't even honestly. I wouldn't care if he called her his best friend, either. But my thing is this: I'm also one of those people that think whatever happens, it's gonna come out regardless. And if this girl wants you, it's gonna be pretty clear to me that she wants you.
Obviously.
So I'm like, yeah, duh.
And that's when you just vacate and go, well,
Yeah.
nice knowing you.
But no.
Y'all have each other and I'll just go on away.
I will skedaddle. Destination weddings, yay or nay?
Why is there a nay? What's wrong with a destination wedding? Are they implying that other people want other people to pay to go? Is that what this is?
Like if somebody invited you to a destination wedding.
My thing is, to me, destination weddings are for a very close family. If you want to come, that's on you, but I'm not going to pressure people to come. And if I want to have bridesmaids, I do understand that I will be paying for their flight over there. They are not responsible for paying to fly to a different country because that's where I want to get married. That's ridiculous. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I actually...
Now, like, just the guest, hey, you come if you want. Come at your own will. Come if you want, but I'm not paying for all of y'all. People in the wedding party, I think you should pay. Wedding party and, like, parents, I think you should pay. Everybody else, they can come.
Well, that was an interesting question because it made me think of this Reddit here. Mm-hmm. It says, one of my oldest and closest friends is getting married this spring on the other side of the country where she lives. Her wedding is going to be one of those huge fancy gala affairs with an $80,000 price tag. She has been planning it for 3 years. It's a big deal to her. Which, like, yeah, it's her wedding. You would think it's a big deal to her. Over the years, I've been happy to help her plan her wedding and enthusiastically gave my input on photographers, venue choices, color schemes, etc. However, she decided she wants a child-free wedding. That's fine. It's her wedding. She has only thinly veiled contempt for children, which has been tough because I have an almost 3-year-old child. So I RSVP'd no to her wedding. I sent her a very nice, expensive gift along with the RSVP. I just couldn't make it work. The flight is so long, it would be terrible to go for just an overnight or a weekend. I'm not emotionally ready to be away from my daughter for longer than that. It didn't seem reasonable to me to have my husband and I each take a week or so off of work so we could fly there, only to have him stay in the hotel with our daughter. There was no permutation of attending that was not awful for me, so I declined the invitation. She has not spoken to me since. It has been weeks. She is very wealthy, very beautiful, only child with a history of always getting what she wants. I am worried that our friendship is ruined. Did I screw up? Is there any way I can salvage it? I know the mantra here is communicate, but she's not speaking to me, which makes that tough.
Well, if she's so damn selfish that she didn't think about the logistics of what that means for you and y'all are such close friends, then she wasn't really your damn friend.
Well, here's the thing that got me with this one, because I know it's not a destination wedding, which for her it is because she's going across the country, but she made it child free, and I think that's the thing that put the nail in the coffin for her.
It's not the money. She's saying I can't be away from or have my husband go just to be a babysitter. That's messed up. Like,
yeah, and here's the thing, for at least in my opinion, I think that the lady that RSVP'd no, I think she's a bit wrong. Like, I'm not saying she's wrong for RSVPing no, but somebody actually asked her, like, you had been helping her plan this for 3 years and you never told her that you weren't planning, and she was like, no, I never told her.
Why didn't you
so
tell
I'm like,
her you weren't
coming? You're a bit wrong then. I'm like, because it's her wedding. She doesn't have to accommodate you. But you would think that when I'm
assuming they talked about this because she's saying that they were in plan. Like, so she didn't know that you weren't coming to you RSVP. No,
she said all of our conversations about the child-free element have been her complaining viciously about anyone who had a problem with it, like my fucking bitch cousin asked if she could bring her idiot kids. Oh, after I clearly said it was child free with no exceptions. In fact, I kind of got the impression that she was deliberately bringing these things up to me to be clear that there would be no exception for me either. So no, I didn't discuss it with her because it seemed like there was nothing to discuss. She obviously wasn't going to budge on the issue, and it's her wedding, so she can do what she wants. And my thing with that is,
why didn't you tell her, like, look,
yeah,
girl,
there's a difference between discussing it with her and letting her know before she gets an RSVP know that, hey, I understand that your wedding is child free. I don't think me and my husband can swing that, so we might not be able to
because that's
come
what I'm
to
saying.
your
That's when
wedding.
you should have that conversation. Like, hey, I know it's child free. I'm not trying to complain and say your wedding should be child free. That's your choice. It's your wedding. But know that since I have a child and this is a destination wedding, I cannot attend.
Yeah,
You
because I'm not
understand
gonna
that.
lie. If I was engaged to somebody for 3 years and you've been helping me
The
plan
whole
all this
time.
stuff out, I wouldn't give a damn if that wedding was in South Korea. I'm expecting you to be there. Like, and now you want to tell me that you ain't coming?
Because she had ample opportunity to tell her, like, hey, by the way, I can't come.
Yeah.
Because I would be mad too. I'm like, wait a minute.
So
Wait a
all
minute.
these times we've been talking about this
You
damn
didn't
wedding.
say nothing. I assumed that your husband was coming and watching the baby. I just assumed that's what
Or
we were
I assumed
doing.
that y'all had something planned for your child. And I'm sorry. I get what she's saying about not being comfortable with being away from the child or whatever. But outside of that, I can't imagine that over a 3-year time
You didn't
span,
say nothing.
well, not even that. Over a 3-year time span that you couldn't come up with plans for that
She
time
didn't
period.
want to.
Exactly. It just sounds like she didn't want to go.
Because if the child is 3 and they've been planning the wedding, she been planning this girl wedding since she was pregnant or.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like,
that's a long time to be planning her. And mind you, she has known you have been with child this entire time.
Because if I were to ever get married, it would be a child-free wedding. And yeah, I wouldn't budge on that either.
Yeah, but I wouldn't wait till you
But I would
RSVP me to be like, oh, by the way, I ain't coming. You're
exactly.
Like, wait, what?
Because at the RSVP moment, that's kind of late in the game.
That's the end. Like, that's literally, they just want to know so they can buy the food and be
done.
Like,
so I'm like, it's kind of messed up that's when she finding out. That's the part that I think is messed up.
I'm also like, if you that involved, bitch, ain't you a bridesmaid? Because you ain't said if you a bridesmaid or not.
Yeah, I'm just like, so I'd probably be mad too. Because
I'm thinking, if you helping her planning all this shit, are you a bridesmaid and you conveniently leaving that out the conversation also?
I kind of got hater from this. Like, she a little hater because it's like, why did you need to bring up that she was very wealthy? She's very pretty. She's very this.
I think she brought that up to say that she's used to getting her way type thing.
Whatever. But yeah, I was like, yeah, that's kind of a dick move. Like,
because you could have told her.
It's fair that you can't go. I get that part. That I wouldn't be mad at that part.
It's the way you delivered the message.
It's the way that you did it, because you could have said it over the 3 years that you've been planning, because it sounded like you knew from the beginning that you weren't going. And it sounded like she's a little resentful that she made it child free and was so vocal about that and how there was going to be no exceptions, that she kind of just was like, well, I'm not going, because I'm excluded from it. It's just like, no. Yeah, I'd be mad as hell at you if you did that to me.
Because my thing, especially if this person has been helping you plan the wedding for years.
That's what was getting me. If you were helping me plan my wedding, that's why I said I wouldn't give a damn if that thing was on the other side of the globe. You were helping me plan this. You were going to be there.
She said, nope, not me, not I. Here's an expensive gift.
Then now I need the head count. You won't be like, no, not coming. I think you mistakenly marked off no, so I changed it to yes. Like, because it has to be a mistake.
Not about, oh no, I sent you with a nice gift.
Fuck your gift. I send you a picture of that shit in the trash can. But I'm petty, so.
I mean, she could have told her.
Yeah, I think
she's not wrong for not going.
No, she's not wrong for not going. She's wrong for not telling her before the RSVP. And I'm thinking
that she's a bridesmaid and didn't divulge that information.
And if you didn't let her know before the RSVP, that gives me the impression y'all wasn't as close as y'all think, as you say y'all were.
Because that's weird.
It's weird not to let her know before the RSVP.
About,
that's
well,
weird.
The way she was talking to my kids, I knew I couldn't bring my daughter. But we're not talking about bringing your daughter. She thought you was bringing yourself.
Yeah. She thought you had a plan for where your daughter was going to be. And she gave you 3 years to come up with that plan.
Because she was engaged for a long time.
I was like, you had 3 years to come up with this plan.
But then also how I feel about destination weddings is also another aspect that people don't like that I feel about it. If you know everybody you know is poor as shit, have your honeymoon be the destination and have your wedding be here if you want everyone here that bad and you know everybody fucking poor. Why are you having a destination wedding when you know you don't know a rich motherfucker? Why? If everybody's struggling to pay their light bill, would you want to have a destination wedding then act surprised that no one can come when you know everybody poor? And you know you poor too. So just have a destination honeymoon and have a local wedding.
Me personally, I wouldn't have a destination wedding. I would do like you said. If I was to have a destination wedding, it is literally just like extremely close family and friends. That is it. Like, it's not gonna be a big ordeal. But honestly, I feel like destination weddings should just be you and the husband.
I think those are very intimate affairs.
Yeah,
that's why I said,
super,
if
super
anything,
intimate.
I would do a local wedding and then a nice ass honeymoon, not a destination.
I wouldn't do a wedding at all, honestly. But
girl, you know I didn't either. Girl, you don't give a damn about no damn wedding.
The only way I would have a wedding is if the guy I'm marrying wants to marry.
Now we might do a big vow renewal because I think Victor wanted a bigger wedding, and
I remember you telling me he wanted a wedding.
So I'll probably do a big vow renewal.
Yeah, I just don't care about weddings like that.
They're a lot of money for no reason, honestly. So that's how I feel about that. The objective I would care more about the honeymoon. Yeah, the objective of a wedding is a marriage, not a party. So that's how
we ain't even about to get into that. We got a whole clip about that already. Talking about how, we think people spend too much money on weddings and how
the message is being
number
lost.
Of people on that post that was saying that they put their wedding on their credit cards. I was just like,
crazy.
Oh my God.
With that 25% interest rate.
Somebody was like, actually putting your wedding on your credit cards is a smart thing because you get the points. And I said, yes.
Points where?
I'm like, here, okay. Like, I hear you on that. If that's the case, yes, it's smart to put just about any purchase on a credit card. It's only smart
if you have the money and you did it for the points and you immediately paid it off. That's when it's smart.
Yes, if you have the money available to pay that off before interest hits your card, then yes, putting it on the credit card, paying it off.
Get your points and go about your day.
Yeah, that's smart as hell.
But that's not what y'all doing.
That's not what a lot of people are doing. People are putting very expensive weddings on credit cards and then just paying minimum monthly balances on this, collecting 29% interest on this every month, all for 500 points? Like, come on now. That's crazy. There's no way people, like, if we actually think about that, there's no way people think that is smart.
They didn't do it for the points. They didn't have the damn money and they were too impatient to save up their money. So they go, pop, I'm going to put it on this credit card, mess my credit up, because you done reach the maximum of that credit card. Mess your credit up. Your monthly payment $700
for one day.
Baby, you broke. Or where should I see what I have seen? I ain't calling nobody out now. But what I have seen is they spend all these monies on these weddings that go right on the fuck home because they have no money for a honeymoon. Now that's depressing. You couldn't even book a room downtown. You ain't got no damn money after that wedding. And then they get mad. We didn't get no gifts. You poor and everybody you know poor. What did you think you were going to get? Like,
yeah, I wouldn't, personally, I would not spend money on a wedding if it meant I couldn't take a honeymoon. I would not do that. Now, some people really, 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 really value these weddings.
The
Have
honeymoon is
that.
important.
Please don't think that we are telling people not to have
That ain't
weddings.
what we
If that is
saying.
what you want to do it. We are coming from it from Jocelyn and Jade's point of view, our perspective.
Which is we ain't wasting money on that shit.
And I consider it to be a waste of money. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't even waste that money. Like I said, if the guy wants a wedding, we would have a wedding. We would waste the money on it. But at the end of the day, if paying for a wedding meant that I could not go on a honeymoon, fuck that wedding. Like, I'm not doing it.
Childcare was my obstacle. That's what ruined my long ass honeymoon, was find somebody to watch these damn fucking kids. But it's my honeymoon does not include my kids. I'm sorry. They weren't included. No. They not in it.
I mean, I have no interest in getting married, to be honest. I don't want to go through the whole, go to the courthouse, get the license, blah, blah, blah. Because one, I don't think I should need a license to say I want to spend my life with somebody.
It's a business venture. Jocelyn.
Literally. That's what I'm like. And I was like, and I really wish we would start calling it that. Like,
here's the thing, though. It's so important, though. This is what makes it fucked up. Like, even like medical stuff. Say something happens to you and you not married. And here's your person you been with for 20 damn years. They could have no say-so. The hospital could do whatever the fuck they want to do to your ass.
Unless you get a power of attorney. And
it's a mess.
But there's also ways around that too. You
gotta think there's ways around it.
A will. You could but it requires planning. Yes,
most people don't,
and that's what my plan is. Like, I don't plan to go through.
They can be your power attorney without being married. Yeah, anybody can be your power attorney that you want to be your power attorney.
You could have them in your will. You can have power attorney. There are other things you can do that will give them the same rights.
Planning, though.
Yeah. I'm like, I just don't think I need to have, when it comes to me saying that I'm going to spend my life with somebody, that I need to go down to the courthouse and be like, yeah, you know what? Let's put both our names on here. And now we just, like you said, entered this business agreement.
Yeah, and a hard one to get out of. It's like a record contract deal in this motherfucker. Let me tell you. It's so easy to get in, but baby, getting out. I did that once, and I don't plan on doing that again, and I let that be known. Like, well, I don't plan on doing this again, so you better get your shit together, because we in this for the long haul, because I'm not going through divorce again. That shit was terrible.
Like Antonio used to say, it's death row.
Legit. Death row records, because I'm not going.
But that's how marriage is supposed to be.
Like, you stuck with me.
I mean, it's all in the the minimum vowels. What till death do us part.
Girl,
yeah, I don't know. I just have different views on weddings. I don't value them that much. And I don't think I ever would.
You know, I used to really think I wanted a big wedding. And I'll tell you, but then when the opportunity presented itself and I started looking at how much all that shit cost, my brain went, what?
I don't think,
excuse me.
I can't remember.
Ew.
I can't remember ever being that person that thought about my future wedding.
It was because at that time I was really like into fashion. I wanted to be a fashion designer. It really was about the dress. It wasn't even about the damn wedding.
Yeah,
it was really just about the dress, but I needed the wedding to have the dress.
I've seen dresses where I would think to myself, oh yeah, if I were to get married, I would wear something like that. But I wasn't that girl that was thinking like, oh, I can't wait till I get married.
Oh no, I didn't say nothing.
My wedding's
like
gonna be blah 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 and this and that. And I'm just like,
I wanted that. I didn't care about the husband. I want it. It never occurred to me what I should have been thinking was, girl, you could have married yourself.
What? Say that again.
You could have.
Why?
If I want the dress that fucking bad.
Girl, you know what? We should go rent wedding, like on Friends. We should recreate the Friends episode where they all rented wedding dresses.
Me and Christina was supposed to do that. We supposed to go to cake tasting. We really just wanted a day of free shit. So me and Christina was gonna pretend to be a couple and just get free shit all day.
You know, y'all going to hell.
We didn't do it though.
Good.
We thought about it. I'm gonna bring it up to her. Like, remember that shit?
You know what? Before we wrap this up, this may be bad.
What is it?
I want to enter my villain era.
Do what, Kanye?
I
What
don't-
do you want to do?
Why you just call me Kanye? I don't know, but I want to do something villainous.
Like what?
I don't know yet.
Like Magneto villainous, or because that man was villainous with a cape.
Man. So you want to know how bad I want to get?
Yes.
You know the dude from Iron Man with the electric things, electric whips at the track when he was
Yeah.
beating
You've
the
talked about
hell
him
out
before.
of
You admire
Iron
that
Man.
man with the whips. Yes, you've talked about him. What's his name?
I don't remember, but that villain.
I mean, it was such a fun. I was like, oh, somebody with a whip. How interesting.
Yeah,
Nice little change.
little kinky. But yeah, I think I want to enter my villain era. I don't know, something's pulling me in that direction, and I think I want to take
Halloween.
it.
That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, we do have to plan out Halloween.
Yes,
we need to
Antonio
do
has already
better.
brought this up.
Yeah, we need to do better than we did last year.
Boy, that wig was terrible.
Well, ain't nobody tell you wear that shit, Jade. Well,
Victor
yes,
did.
somebody told you to wear
Victor
it,
did.
but you ain't have to do it.
No, oh, don't worry. This year, there will be something else entirely different that I have.
But yeah, I don't know what I want to do, and I might not do anything. And by villain era, I mean,
So by your villain era, do you just mean you want to do shit and not feel bad about it? Is that what this is?
yeah, I'm gonna do shit and just not feel bad about it.
You can do that now. Just decide not to feel bad about it.
Oh, I thought you said I already do that now.
Just decide, you know what, me? Fuck them. And they
Yeah.
go about your day.
That's what I mean.
I will
into
say,
it.
people think I'm nice, but that was old me. Old me was fuck them all the way. My name was Jade Fuck 'em Stubbs because I didn't give a goddamn.
Yeah, I wasn't. I definitely wasn't.
Oh, I think that's what it is. I did my fuck 'em stage from birth to like 24.
Yeah, no,
And
that was definitely
now.
not me. Old Jocelyn was not that way. I'm more like that now, but I think I want to try to push the
Up the
envelope a little
ante.
bit. Yeah, just up the ante a little bit. It's 2026.
Just think to yourself, how do I really feel versus what is my society polite training telling me to feel? And then do whatever you actually do. Your first thought. Your first thought is go, fuck that bitch. Then fuck that bitch.
Yeah. That's my mentality right now. It's just like, yeah.
I think you got your filter on. Take the filter off.
But people think I don't have a filter. And I find that odd. And I kind of want to show them that I do.
But do it.
Because if I remove it and I start saying the shit that I really want to say, people going to be like, huh.
Start first at work. I'm intrigued.
I ain't going to start at work. They pay me too much. They pay me too much money to be fucking with them. And I done let go of the job that I could fuck with people with.
You done let it go.
Let it go.
That's why I did my. I was like, "Ooh, start your job."
No, I can't start with them. They too important. I lose them. I lose a lot.
So what are you going? Now that you don't have a second job anymore, where are you going to start?
I don't know. That's what I have to figure out.
Are you going to start in the comments? What are we doing?
Oh yeah, because I did tell that dude that his mama was a retarded bitch, huh?
He deserved it.
He did deserve it. Don't get in our comments calling us no retarded bitch. First of all, it ain't even PC to say retarded anymore.
Show ain't. Get that together.
Like, we can't say that. What year did you think it was?
Gross.
I mean, I guess you can say
Why
it.
did Facebook not say anything to you? Matter of fact, we should have flagged it for hate speech. Matter of fact.
Show shoulda.
Show.
And after I said that, I was like, I almost want to reply to that and say that everything else I was going to say.
And you should have.
And I shoulda.
I was just at work minding my business. I said, whoa, what is this?
I said retarded bitch.
I said, what the?
I said me.
I got a notification. Oh, you got a comment? Okay. Click. What the hell? As I go to comment, I see Jocelyn beat me to it. I was like, what the hell is this?
I said no.
Completely unwarranted.
That motherfucker that didn't swallow your ass is the retarded bitch.
I told you, we've been everything but silverback fucking gorillas, I tell you.
Well, he ain't respond. I was waiting.
Hell no,
for him
I was
to.
waiting too. I said, what the fuck and they of course they say nothing. They talk all that shit, and then when they get something handed to them, they retreat back to silence, and that irritates me.
Somewhere off in Oregon. I'm like, you know what? You just bored. That's all.
Why you here and how you find us? But
for real, because I'm like,
we ain't even your target demo.
Sure ain't. But anywho, hopefully y'all enjoyed this. We just chatting like friends do.
As we
like sometimes we gonna be talking about something. A lot of the times we gonna be talking about absolutely nothing.
No, it's stuff.
Nah, some of this shit is just nothing. We just
be having a good time.
But that's how friends should talk. I ain't got no set of like topics that I do. Like, oh, let me save this to talk about with Jade. Like, I don't like that structure.
We tried it. It didn't work.
It sucked.
But
what was that? Anywho, with that, make sure y'all do all the stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and
share
on YouTube and on the audio platforms. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe,
rate and review
on there. So that's like your Spotify, Audible,
Apple Music,
wherever you listen to podcasts. If you don't watch it on YouTube, make sure you're doing a lot of commenting on there. Those really help us out a lot, so they are greatly appreciated. And with that, we will see you guys in the next one. Deuces.
Bye, friends.